Hello everyone, today we're going to build a very simple calculator in COBOL. We are going to accept two numbers from the command line and do some operations. I already have some boilerplate here to save time typing, and I'm also running this in a dev container in VSCode, and I'll leave the link down in the description for you to copy this and run inside VSCode if you want to run locally. So let's go through these, what we have so far. The identification division is a mandatory first division in a COBOL program, and it holds the metadata about a program, and the required line here is the program ID, and I called simple calculator. You can see it's different from my file name, so this is just the internal name of the program, and it also is used here to end the program. Next, we go to the data division. This is where we hold all the data that the program needs to use, and you have to define everything up top here in the data division. The data division has a few sections. Today we're going to see this is working storage section that holds private variables, and those variables will retain the value through the entire run of the program. So like I said, we're doing a very simple calculator. So we have two values. We receive two values from the command line, and we store the result in a variable called result. Just a note here about this 0, 1. This is top level variables, and they have this definition. This is the name of the variable, value 1, value 2, and result. And here is the type of variable that we are defined here. So you use the word pic for picture, but pic is just fine. And this number 9 here, it means that this is a numeric variable, and it has 2 digits, so basically holds from 00 to 99. The same thing for value 2, and result I define as a 3-digit variable. Next, we go to the procedure division, which is where the logic of the program is written. The first statement here is the display. So whenever you see the display keyword and you have a string there, this is what's going to be output to the standard output. In this case, it's going to be the console. So we are asking for the first value, and then we have the next statement here is the accept word. This is going to take whatever it is on the standard input. Again, in this case, it's going to be just the console, and store in the variable that I define here. So we ask for the first value, we accept the value into this variable, then we ask for the second value, and we accept this in this variable value too. Here in line 16, I just put some separator because when reading the console, it's easier to just have some visual cues here. The first operation is the addition, and it's just in COBOL, you just say add, and then you take the variables value 1, 2, value 2, and say given result. So what we are saying here is take the whatever value having value 1, add to value 2, and store in result. And the next line I'm saying just displaying the result. Let's run this, and just for completion here, stop run just terminates the program, and this is explicit terminator also. Let me launch my terminal, and the compiler, make it executable, calculator, and we also, let's run later. Don't worry about these first 2 lines here, they are just warnings from the container. There's nothing wrong with the code. The code starts here. Enter the first value, let's say 10, and the second value is going to be, let's say 20. The result is 30, and you can see it leads with 1, 0 because we defined the result variable with three digits. Now I wanted to run this just to show you that in COBOL there are some gotchas, and this took me some time to remember, but if we don't use the giving keyword, let's just run once here, and instead of result, let's print out value 2. What's happening here? We are saying add the value 1 to the value 2, and it's gonna change what value 2 is. So let me show you. It will make more sense. Let's run this again. So once again, let's do 10 for value 1, and it's asking me for the second value, 20. Now remember that we are displaying not the result, because we are not saving in result, we're just displaying the value of value 2. When I hit enter, see what happened. So it's still added, but it changed the value of value 2. So this is a gotcha, something to keep in mind. So I'll go back, and this happens with all operations, one way or another, so just keep an eye for that. Let me just close this guy here. Let's quickly go through the next operations. I'll try to. So we have subtract, and this is another interesting one. So subtract value 1 from value 2. So, and you're giving result. Again, we save the result in the result variable. Let's display result, and here we say result. I'll just type the remaining ones because they are quite simple. So multiply, same idea, right? And this, we're going to use the word by value 2 giving result, and display, say multiply result, and divide. This we say value 1 again by value 2 giving result. Oops. Now here we say display divide result, and we print our variable. Let's see what happens here. I'll just bring the console here, just move the code. Let's run it again. So first value 10, and second value 20. Now 10 plus 20, 30. If we see here, subtract value 1 from value 2. So this is basically saying value 2 minus value 1. So we're saying 20 minus 10, which is 10. That's fine. Multiply result 200 and divide results. This is 0 because this is integer division. So it's only going to show the integer part of this division. Now I want to show something. Let's run it again, and let's make a difference. So let's do 20 here and 5 here. We have addition 25, subtract result 15. It looks correct, but this is actually negative 15, but it's not showing here because our variable, when we define there, up there, the result, it's not signed, and so we can tell. The reason why I know it's because, again, subtraction works value 2 minus value 1, so subtract this from this. So let me show you, let me prove here. The way we define a signed variable is just with the capital S in this case here, and this is all that we need. Let me clear here again so it's easier for us to see. Oops, make it larger and go up. What did I do? Let's do 20 and 5, and now we can see that is negative 15. Multiplication, and the result is 4. So there's a lot of things going on here. I would recommend you to go and copy and run this locally and play around with these values. Like I said, there are some gotchas, things are different. So if you remove the giving word and try to output the values, you're going to see that the operations are going to affect those variables. So this is something to keep in mind. And there's also here, we don't have any validation. So what happens if the user types 0 for one of the values? The division, for example, is going to break, right? So try to run and try to catch that value. Look at the documentation. There's a way to get out of that. And yeah, I'll just play around, try it out. Let me know in the comments how it goes. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.